Hello, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for taking the time to join me. Hey, I wanted to just throw out some thoughts to you that might be of help to someone that might be traveling out toward the Yellowstone area or anywhere really into a more rural area, maybe across the mountain states, maybe across the plain states, wherever. And maybe you're accustomed to being in a more populated area, usually, or traveling in a more populated area. Just some things you might want to keep in mind. First off, just understand that, I got to thinking about this after Yellowstone having been in the news lately with the flooding that's occurred up there and all. And we've been up in that area a few times, so I might be able to offer some thoughts that might be of use to someone. And hey, understand that's beautiful country, and you don't even have to get to the park to find some beautiful country. Okay, we are blessed to have beautiful country all across this land, some really nice people, really unique places and towns. So take your time and just enjoy the travel aspect of it if you get a chance. And but anyways, keep in mind, you get out in the more rural areas, towns can be spread apart a little further. Okay, which means gas stations are further apart. There can be some areas where be quite a bit further apart than what you may be accustomed to. So what does that tell you? Keep your gas tank topped off, okay? Restaurants, hotels, motels be further apart. So, good idea to have some snacks in the car, some water in the car. Emergency services further apart, okay? That means it can take longer if you do have an emergency for a response to get there, okay? So it's not a bad idea to have basic first aid, have basic toolkit. Maybe if you don't know how to use those things, somebody that you come across might be able to use those things to help you, or you might let them borrow so they can, if they have need. In other words, just basic precautions, okay? And, cell service may be a few areas where your cell phone might not work. You may want to, if you're relying on your phone for maps, for information, maybe a good idea to have an old-fashioned road map in the car with you. Keep in mind, you get up and down higher elevations. Weather can change. Weather can be different from down at lower elevations. So you could have a really hot day. You have a cold night, or you could have snow in the middle of summer. So good idea to have coat in the car, some blankets, good shoes, have snacks, have water in the car. Understand too that at those higher elevations, getting out and doing a hike might be a little more taxing on you than down at a lower elevation. And so keep that in mind. And if you go out 3 miles, that's 3 miles come back, or whatever distance. You go downhill, you got to come back uphill. Basic things like that. You might want to make sure somebody knows where you're going and when you might check in with them. Good idea. Just basic things like that we might sometimes overlook because we're in such a hurry to get there and see the beautiful sights and experience different activities. Just keep these basic things in mind. Understand too, follow the basic guidelines that are being recommended as far as distances from animals and ways to behave and precautions to take, because understand that it is wildlife, hence the name wild, and you want to be safe and you want to keep your family safe, and you don't want to cause emergency services to have to respond to you because you did something foolish. Because accidents can happen, and I'll just don't do something foolish that might encourage something to happen, okay? And keep safe distances. Take some binoculars, good thing to take. Telephoto lens. Understand, if you're on a trail or a boardwalk, there's not a magical fence or something there going to stop an animal from crossing your path or coming your way. You've got to pay attention, give them the right of way, keep safe distances, follow whatever the recommended protocol are. And I'm not telling you what the recommended protocol is. I'm just telling you to be safe, keep a safe distance, and follow whatever the officials tell you to follow. and all. And to keep in mind when you do get to the park, it's a big park. Yellowstone's a big place. It takes you quite a while to drive from one side to the other. It might take you 3 or 4 hours depending on traffic, and you might do it quicker, and it might take you longer just depending on the traffic. But understand, the services are limited in there, and there's distance between services. Okay, it's a big country. All right, and enjoy it. Enjoy the beauty for what it is, and the wild country for what it is. And keep in mind too that when you're up in that area, just adjust your expectation on services a little bit, and be able to take some basic precautions to help you to have a safe trip and an enjoyable trip. And but hey, it is a beautiful place. You'll see beautiful country before you get there if you just pay attention if you're driving. And there's a lot of nice people, a lot of unique towns to visit. And so I hope folks that get to go out there are still able to make the trip and enjoy it and have fun, make some good memories. And so that's kind of what I have for you. It's just those basic thoughts and basic ideas of some things maybe you can do. And y'all have fun, have a good time. It was good visiting with you. Y'all take care. Appreciate it. Bye.